Oh boy, it is Best Ball Mania 4 day on April 29th. We're drafting our best ball teams in April still for the biggest contest of the year, and I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. I think what we're going to do is, as Gotham, has to make sure that his presence is known, is we're just going to jump right into this. We are going to fire up my very first Best Ball Mania draft of the year. And do I remember where every rookie got picked? No. Do I know anything? No. Does anybody know anything? No. But are we going to draft anyways? Yes. And we're going to try to make all the money. So as we wait for it to fill, I'm guessing it fills immediately. We'll see how we do in this first draft, and we'll make sure that we absolutely. We're going to start with the 10 pick. Come on. We are not off to a good Best Ball Mania start. The 10 pick. What's up, everybody in the chat? Jose's here. Rob B's here. Rob says he drafted the best team ever for today. Why don't you post that over in the Discord? There's Olaf's here as well. Terrence is here saying think positive. I mean, we're going to win it from the 10 spot, Terrence. It's just they're giving me a little bit of a handicap here on the first one. Jose is asking if he thinks people will play for the regular season prize. If you want my honest take, and we'll get into this a little bit more during the week, the people that are playing now are the people that are thinking about that. When we get to July, August, September, when more casuals, they're just drafting teams to draft teams. And that is going to be the majority of your drafters. You look at the draft right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including myself, at least 6 red badges in this draft right now, right? So I think you worry about that early. If you're drafting early, the people that are doing that are probably strategizing for that type of stuff. Don't think it makes a massive difference yet. I'll think about it some more. Yeah. Oh, Rodney said that I'm on the big screen. He had me scared for a second. I was like, was I on the wrong screen? Am I drafting wrong? Have I already ruined this draft season in April? But I haven't. And we are beginning, and we see Justin Jefferson. Interesting little flip from the pre-Best Ball Mania drafts where it was Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Christian McCaffrey. Looks like Christian McCaffrey has ping-ponged over Jamar Chase. Leapfrogged would probably be the better word there. And we see it go. Ooh, Bijan Robinson, 4 overall. Hacker. This is literally the first draft. I can't draft with the tool when it's all going to be 0%. After today, we will start using the tool. Also, we will make sure that it works on Chrome. It's going to be a thing. We're going to use it every draft. But this is the very first one. Everything would literally say 0% right now. I know I could correlate. Like, I get it. Maybe that's why I should have used it. But we will be using the draft hacker tool every time we draft for the most part. I'm sure there can be exceptions here and there when certain things happen. But we are about to draft from the 10 spot. We're seeing people like Diggs, AJ Brown on the board, Austin Eckler, Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb. And I think I'm just going to start with an offense that I want, and I'm going to grab AJ Brown at the 10 spot. And I have no qualms about doing so. I'm fine with it. Philly's going to be an interesting team to talk about this year. People are freaking out about the DeAndre Swift trade. What does that do for him? What does that do for Rashad Penny, Kenneth Gainwell, and the all-important Trey Sermon, who is probably just going to take over the entire backfield? Yeah, we see Bijan go 4. People are saying they don't hate it at the 104. They were thinking like 107. I think either is fine. And we see that it looks like the quarterbacks got pushed up for ADP in this as well, from like the back end of the second to early mid second. And I'll tell you what, I think if all goes well, I can't imagine Cortez messing this up for me. I think we're just going to do it. I have a feeling I'll be one of the few streamers that is taking a lot of early QB this year, but I'm going to be fine with it. And I'm going to take Jalen Hurts on this team, and we're just going to stack A.J. Brown to start. And if I'm going to have my first draft and it starts with a Eagles stack with A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts, whatevs. I like it. And as Hacker says, smash that like button. It's officially best ball season. Make sure you're subscribed too. We have a lot of content coming out. We're going to be releasing content every day, shorts every day, drafts all throughout the week, not just for Best Ball Mania. We'll be doing some higher stake stuff. We'll be doing some lower stake stuff. We'll be doing stuff on drafters. We'll even be one of the few people that actually streams DraftKings drafts. So you're going to get everything with us this year. We're not going to be focused on one site. We're going to be trying to draft and talk about every single one because all three are unique. Drafters with their cumulative format, DK with the DK things that happen, because we know how DraftKings goes with some of those drafts. So we're going to be talking through some of those. We'll be talking strategy for those. We will be drafting all year leading up to kickoff. And then right when those resurrections drafts start coming out, we'll be drafting again. We'll probably be drafting basketball teams. We're drafting all the time. You'll be seeing this screen and either myself or Eric's lovely face for the entire summer. And we're bringing on a couple more people throughout the year, as well as some guest spots. So it's going to be a fun year. We're going to have a ton of fun with best ball this year as it grows and grows and grows. Definitely get in. And if you're going to get in, get the Spike Week tool now. And I'm not just pitching this because it's our company. Yes, that is part of it. The other thing is if you get it now, you're grandfathered in because the price is going up. So if you get it this weekend, you will get it at the price that it's at now, which is $25 a month or $200 a year, I believe. Double check that. And you'll be grandfathered in for life on that. But I think Monday the price goes up. So if you don't have it by then, you're going to be paying the new price. So get the tool. We're going to be adding a bunch of things. We're adding projections. We're adding everything. It's going to be something. If you're doing more than 5 drafts, it is a tool that you're going to want to have. And while we were pitching products, did anything out of the ordinary happen? Doesn't look like it. How quickly do we think BBM 4 will fill? Already 2,000 entrants. This happened last year, though, Kobe Shorts. As soon as it drops, a lot of people are going to be firing contests immediately, and then it'll cool off. It'll cool off in the next, week or so. The schedule coming out, people will start firing drafts again. And then early to late May, it'll cool down. June will be kind of steady, and then July, August will pop. It might fill before it did last year. That is definitely definitely a possibility. But it's going to take a while to fill still. Yeah, and as Target House says, it's also 600,000 this year, which I don't think is going to be hard to fill. I just think best ball is getting more popular as we go. So we are going to be on the clock here in a second. Kenneth Walker is going to be an interesting case study, right? Oh, we see. So if you're drafting late, you're going to miss out on that run of running backs that I really like. So I think drafting from the early spots is going to be a huge advantage early, getting the Pollards, the Stevensons, and all of them. I don't want Walker. We already have a QB. Do I want to go Hawkinson? No, we're going to go Calvin Ridley. And then we'll see what we're going to do from there. Kobe's already drafted Trey Lance. Can't help himself in round 14. So the other thing we should include, Hacker, I want you to think about this. We should do a live therapy session once a week for people that can't stop drafting Trey Lance. And that can be included in your Spike Week package. We can sit around via a Skype call, a StreamYard call, and I can sit there and listen to your gripes about drafting Trey Lance and how you can't stop doing it. And as long as I'm getting paid for it, because God, I don't want to hear about your Trey Lance bags all year. But if I'm getting paid for it, then I will. Because you guys have a problem and you need to speak to somebody. And for $400 an hour, that person can be me. I'm sort of on this as well, Hacker, that is going to be Anthony Richardson this year, except the team has literally already come out and named him the starter, which is bananas. So I don't know. I'll be in on Richardson with a big asterisk next to that, depending on price. So that's the way I look at that. We see Kenneth Walker go after us, so he's going at the end of the third. Amari Cooper, DeAndre Hopkins goes in the fourth. Hopkins' price is interesting. We see Fields go right before us. So I think what we're going to do, man, I really want to grab Drake London here. I'm going to grab Drake London. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do what I want to do, and no one can tell me any different. I do like DJ Moore. I do kind of still like Mike Williams. Christian Watson's fine, but I just kind of want Drake London. I think is going to have a bonkers year, to be perfectly honest. Oh, look at you guys are trying to outbid me for therapy sessions. I mean, it is what it is. I'm sticking at rookies aren't ADP. That's good to know. That's good to know. But also, you're ruining some of my strategy here. So thank you. Thanks for announcing it for me. But I do have some strategy going into these drafts at the moment. There is some stuff I want to do that include rookies. So thank you for that. Gerardo says, I knew I had a problem when I brought up not making the Best Ball Mania final in a therapy session. Hey, man, you just got to get it out. You just got to talk sometimes. You just got to, get in there. I made 4 finals. None was the Best Ball Mania finals, though, last year. Who else is in this draft? I see KZ in here. Radio Cambodia is in like every single draft I ever do. Somehow it's like he must get a notification that when I sign up for a draft, he just auto signs up. Must be part of some tool that he built that we don't have. Just trying to take all my money. But yeah, it's going to be a really, really fun year. I am super excited for best ball this year. Excited for the schedule release. That is what I'm waiting for. Lamar goes round 4. He's going after Fields. Burrow goes right after that. The QBs, as you guys know, is something that I'm going to be monitoring quite heavily. Really interested to see what people are doing with these QBs as we kind of either push them back or push them up. I don't think Burrow's going to stay in the 4th like this. I think he's going to move down. I think Lamar is going to move to the 3rd round, would be my guess, signing the new contract. People are getting a little excited about their offense this year. I mean, it all makes sense. God damn it. I was trying to see if we could push Jahmyr Gibbs to the 5th round on this, but too many sharps in this draft. He goes at the beginning of the 5th round. That was going to be my play. But it is what it is. Good to see that's where people are starting to take him so that I kind of know how to counteract that when I want to grab him. But Gibbs was a player I was looking to grab on this 5-6 turn at one of the 2 spots. But it is what it is. So right now we have AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts, Calvin Ridley, Drake London, starting off with some form of a zero RB team. Waller going in the 5th round. Don't know if I would be doing Waller in the 5th. The 5th is always, the last 2 years, the 5th has been super interesting. You were getting Cooper Cup 2 years ago. The QBs were going in this spot last year. I think the 5th round, I mean, obviously your first, your second round are important, but the 5th lately, like that Dalvin Cook KZ in the 5th, that's an interesting pick. I'm still not sure what the hell's going to happen with him. So probably a player that I'm looking to avoid for the moment. Evan is very confident that Gibbs will be higher than the 502 come August. Yeah, dude, that is an easy bet right now. It was just trying to get him to fall. I definitely think he's going to be higher than the 502. I think he's going to start going some places that people are going to be astounded with, but that's just me. I'm trying to get the value when I can. That's why I was hoping to get him on this one, but now we know. Now we know. I got to remember, most of the people drafting here are the sharps as well. So, what do we want to do here? I want to take Aaron Jones. Everything's getting kind of gross here, right? Let's grab Aaron Jones. I think there is a drop off after him a little bit. I mean, the Jameson Williams fall is going to be interesting too. We're going to see him fall quite a bit as well. I did think about Pitts, Evan, but I already grabbed Drake London. And as much as I do like Atlanta, they are going to probably be generally a single piece for me. Looks like we have an auto drafter. Courts has Josh Allen, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, Eckler, Kenneth Walker. So I might have thought of getting weird with it and doing just right off the rip, doing some sort of double elite QB with Lawrence. With Lawrence and Hurts, and then be done with QB. I don't know if I would have actually done it, but I would have thought about it. It would have been a thought in my head. Again, we are working our way through who is available in this draft. All right, I know where I want to go. We're going to be building this team, if things go the way I plan, slightly different than I normally do. I think this guy's going to end up taking Kyle Pitts. I think that this person is auto drafting. So if that happens, I think we're going to get what I consider some value at RB. But we have to wait the full 30 seconds because he's auto drafting. So you should get Pitts. Yep. And we will grab J.K. Dobbins. Don't usually spread my team like this too much, but I do think that Jones Dobbins is a good start at running back to go with AJ Brown, Calvin Ridley, Drake London. And it kind of allows us to push RB quite a while now. Oh, Brent's in here. You in the draft, Brent? Nice, nice. So again, not my normal build to have a team like this, but I don't hate it. I think it opens us up to push RB quite a bit going forward. We can take some wide receivers, we can snake in a tight end or two or whatever we want to do. Yeah, I'm probably going to be pushing tight end quite a bit in drafts, but if something makes sense, we will do it. After we take Dobbins, we see David Montgomery, Damian Pierce go. Tyler Lockett's still going in the 6 is interesting with the JSN draft. It was actually a big discussion amongst me and some other people the other night about what's going to happen with Tyler Lockett and JSN. Some interesting takes there. We'll probably be getting into that over the week. All right, who's the sicko? Who has more than 5 drafts already? I feel like there's got to be one of you sickos that's already drafted like 4 or 5 teams. Tell me which one of you it is. I'm probably going to be firing quite a few teams tomorrow and Monday. I have to drive to New York, which is going to be like a 4-hour drive. Not New York City. I'm going to upstate New York. But I have to drive there tomorrow and drive back Monday. I'm driving with a friend, so we split driving duties. I might be firing some drafts while on the road. I knew it. I knew someone was already going to be on 5. Travis, kudos to you. Kudos to you for being an absolute sicko. I know we're doing a football draft. Anyone betting on the Phoenix game tonight for basketball? Lamar went in the 4th round. So he went like right towards the end of the 4th round. 409, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 409. So we see Lamar go there. I think the Suns are going to win tonight. That's the only reason I brought that up. I have a feeling that they are going to beat Denver in game 1. So I threw a little bit of money on that. So maybe we'll get some best ball money from the Phoenix Suns. 5 drafts, though, Travis. Absolute legend. Absolute legend for being on 5 drafts already. I was tempted. I had checked, and right when I checked, it went live. I think there was only like 12 entrants when I looked and saw that it was live. And I was like, I kind of want to fire one before the stream. But I said, no. I had some, I don't even know the word I'm looking for because I was hoping Kadarius Toney fell back to me in the 7th round here. That was my dream for this draft. But Wounded Geese just not allowing me to do what I want to do. Everybody's against me. It's like you're all trying to win this tournament. It's like everyone else is trying to win it. Sad days. Think of the stream equity. Think of the life equity you would have if you let me win this tournament. And you could say I was one of the people drafting with him on that stream. You would have a direct correlation. And I might buy you an ice cream. That would be about it. All right, we're going to be on the clock here. Let's see what's available at wide receiver. So we have Brown Ridley. I'm gonna take. God, I can't click Deontay Johnson yet. I just can't do it. I'll take Cooks because I cannot take Deontay Johnson. I just can't do it. So we'll take Brandon Cooks. Take the Cowboys offense. Did I unclick it and take Dak Prescott? Did I already make an F up? Oh my God. I could have swore I had Cooks in the queue on this one. Did I just unclick it when I was moving it? God damn it. All right. All right. Listen, B. Kurt. This is what happens. We make our mistakes in the first draft so that on the 100th draft, we are a well-oiled machine when all the fish are in, right? That's the game plan. Also, I did that on purpose. If you clearly watched this draft, you know that the guy after me is auto drafting. So he was going to get Dak Prescott. And how would I get the Dak Prescott, Brandon Cook stack if I hadn't taken Dak Prescott first. So we get Hurts Prescott, right? We're going to get Brandon Cooks. We don't have to draft another quarterback. I did this on purpose, guys. This was completely intentional. There was a plan. And I don't care if you don't believe me. I knew what I was doing here. We're good. Everything's great. There's no fire around me. We're all set. We got this. Cortez is going to take Tua, right? He's just on the auto draft. We take Brandon Cooks, and now we have both stacks. God, I don't know. I don't know what you guys are thinking here. Thinking that I made a mistake. I'm not Eric Beinfor. Rob doesn't make mistakes. So we're good on this one. Let's go over our team real quick. So we have Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott as our quarterbacks. We have Aaron Jones, J.K. Dobbins at RB, A.J. Brown, Calvin Ridley, Drake London, Brandon Cooks as wide receivers right now. No tight end yet, which we are okay with. Don't need it at the moment. Goddard went in the 6th. I was curious about where he was going to be going. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. So who's maxing this year? Are you guys maxing BBM? I'm teetering. I was teetering before the structure came out, so the structure may push me a little bit more. I think I said on a stream once that I just really enjoy some of the higher stake stuff a little bit more. So like the big dog tournament, the 250. And I mean, we're all degenerates, but so am I. And maybe I max it and still just play some more than I did last year. But I'd almost rather take away 40 to 50 BBM entries to do 4 or 5 more big dog entries personally. Just enjoy that tournament immensely. Yeah, Paul, Court is auto drafting. I don't think this is anything intentional. Yeah, it's expensive, and you're tying your money up, Rodney, saying he would need a small amount of $1 million to max all of these contests. Yeah, I mean, that's why you got to play responsibly, first of all, whatever that is for you, and allocate your money appropriately. So if you want to fire volume and you only have, you know, $500 to spend, then probably be looking at doing a lot of the puppies. If you have more money, then you can kind of mix it around a bit, but don't spend more than you can. Don't want to do that. You are tying your money up until January. Travis isn't going to because of time commitment. Yeah, it takes a bit. And I'm going to be doing some traveling this summer. So I'm going to Vegas for the main event of the World Series of Poker. So that will be the only time that I fire slow drafts unless there's another trip. I'm taking another trip. I'm probably going to go to Chicago for a day before I go down to Biloxi for a weekend. I have some stuff planned. So the time commitment's tough, especially if you're traveling, working, trying to get everything done. It is a time commitment. It is 40 to 45 minutes per draft. I get that as well. Multiple tournaments. So got to do what works for you. But I think I'll definitely have about at least 100 entries in BBM. I can't imagine I won't have at least 100. Chances are I max it. But I also do want to see what drafters and DK are offering this year. I do think that I'm going to be a little more cognizant of DK specifically because I have a feeling drafters is going to be close to what they were last year, which is a good tournament as well. So I'll probably be firing that a bit. But DK, I don't know. I might just be looking at firing a bit more on DK this year. Wide receiver is drying up immensely right now. Interesting. I am going to go, I'm going to stray from what I was going to do. And I'm going to take Alexander Madison here in the 9th round. I'm going to do it. I did it. And then we will consider our next move. We know that Court is going to end up taking James Cook here. Punting could do anything at this point. Grabbed five wideouts already. So I do think this is going to be the problem with grabbing too early quarterbacks is wide receiver is going to dry up a lot quicker this year than it has in other years. So we're going to be at the top of the 10th round, and we're looking at like Elijah Moore, KJ Osborne as well. So it's going to dry up a bit more, but we'll see what we can do to counteract that. Hacker saying he wants at least one Viking in every draft. Well, my friend, you might see me grab 2. You might see me grab 2. Oh my God, you what? God damn it. We were going to grab Jordan Addison. I was hoping that we could get the rookie situation, but nope. Oh, this 10th round is gross. This 10th round is quite disgusting. Wide receiver has dried up quite a bit. Ugh. What do we want to do here? Do we just get a tight end? Do we just grab? Oh my God, Frymouth went. We can't grab Frymouth. I hate it. I hate it. This is wrong. This is not what I want to do. Not what I wanted to do. We panicked. This is why we draft early so that we can get familiar with these pockets. I should have had some rookies in the queue on this one. Getting Dawson Knox is bad in the 10th round. He is going to fall so much in these drafts. Can I show the QB list? I can. So in this draft range, we are looking at Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray's down here, Derek Carr. Yep, Rodney, exactly. Time to reach on rookies with draft capital. I would have much rather have taken Dalton Kincaid here than taking Dawson Knox. This was a bad pick. This might be my only Dawson Knox share of the season, which is pretty easy to say. So we'll do it. We'll deal with it. We'll figure it out. Thanks, Hacker. Yeah, I paid the rake in this one. It's fine. I'm actually going to advance because of my double dynamic quarterback situation that I got going on. So we drafted poorly at the position that it doesn't matter. So there. Doesn't matter. Dawson Knox sucks. So does all tight ends. That is the thesis of tight end. But yeah, we would have much rather have pushed tight end. We panic buttoned it. Should have just grabbed one of the wideouts. Would have been a better spot. This is why we draft early. Think of what happens when the casuals start drafting at the end of July and you've been doing this for 2 months. You're a stone cold veteran. You're covered in dirt. You're crawling through the barbed wire. And you got these fresh recruits coming in their nicely pressed uniforms. You know the path through the barbed wire. They don't know what the hell they're in for. So that's where we're at. We'll deal with it. We will regroup. We will overcome. And then when I get off stream, I will go cry about it. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. If I have to listen to you guys talk about drafting Trey Lance still, I can accidentally draft Dawson Knox, is what I will say. So, there. Devin Achane goes in the 11th. That's a fun pick. And we do see Anthony Richardson go in the 11th. I was keeping my eye out to see how far he would drop. He is not going to be dropping like this for long. He is going to be getting bumped all the way up throughout the offseason. It's going to happen. So if you weren't expecting it, get ready for it. I need more wideouts. So we are going to grab Darnell Mooney. I do still like Mooney as a fifth wideout, specifically, fifth or sixth wideout, just because of the profile of what he does. So more than fine with taking Mooney here in this spot. I do think that they are going to pass quite a bit more. Yeah, I also think he's going to be going probably 6th round Kitmo for Richardson. I think he's going to get bumped all the way up. And at that point, me specifically probably won't have too much Anthony Richardson this year, if that's what happens. I get it. I understand it. But it's probably not going to be for me too much if that's what we get. 11th round Anthony Richardson, I'll be overexposed to the moon. But I think we all know that those days are behind us of getting players of that caliber that late in the draft. So it was nice while it lasted, but it's done. Do they always throw drafts where someone does something crazy like draft 8 QBs? I'm in one right now with someone doing that. If they think there's reasonable intent of collusion, then yes, they will. And situations like that, they generally do, but I cannot specifically speak for underdog. All right, let's grab Jalen Hyatt for the Giants. Let's get us a rookie wideout. Didn't he go in the 11th here? Are you talking about Anthony Richardson? If so, yes. But again, as brought up earlier, ADPs for rookies are way off right now. So you're kind of searching. So people are going to be forgetting about rookies. That's what we were hoping happened with Jamar Gibbs. Did not happen. So you're going to see some of the rookie ADPs all over the place to start. So 11th round is not going to stick. It's just, he's just not a player. Hell, they came out and they announced him as the day one starter today. Like, when's the last time? Like, people were talking about Gardner Minshew was going to start over him, and I was making those jokes if he got drafted there throughout the offseason. But they literally came out today and said that he is going to be the day one starter, essentially. So, unless he has the worst camp of all time, he's going to be out there opening day starting and playing through the season so that they can see what they got. So, he's a viable pick. He's probably going to run a shit ton too. And people are going to say that it's bad for, Jonathan Taylor. Historically, that hasn't been the case with running quarterbacks and running backs. So I think Jonathan Taylor will be fine. Just a matter of what you think the Colts offense is going to do as a whole, probably. And I think they're going to be fine. I don't think they're going to be great by any means, but I think there is potential for Richardson to have, I don't want to say the Justin Fields year from last year, because that is not an easy feat to repeat, but I think the potential is kind of there for a situation like that. We are looking to see Tajay Spears go on the 13th. Bryce Young goes in the 13th. So we are seeing some of these rookies get drafted in these spots towards these like middle rounds. I think some of them will be going up a bit. So right now we have a 2-3-6-1 build. So Hacker is saying that based on our projection tools, I have a 21% Hertz AJ Brown ownership with a 19% Dak Brandon Cooks. And that's not too bad. If that's going to be, if 21% Hertz AJ Brown is going to stay accurate, I will have that combo quite a bit. And I don't hate having the Dak Cooks combo either. So more than fine with that situation. If that be the case, I kind of want to double tap wide receiver and then be done. Do I want to double tap wide receiver? Let's gander. I don't. I want to grab MVS because I too have a sickness. It may not be Trey Lance, but I do have an MVS sickness. So we will grab him in the 13th round. What's going on, Drew? Thanks for swinging by. We are all looking forward to drafting all summer. It's going to be a fun one. See, I don't think, Hacker, to your point, that Hurts is going to move up. I actually think he's going to drop. But I could see him moving up a few spots and then dropping later, if that makes sense. Actually, I think with the people that are drafting now, he might just drop in the first few days and then move back up. Now that I kind of put some thoughts to it, I think the QB, not just him either. I think it's going to be Mahomes, Allen. Hot take, I might the Dalton Kincaid draft pick kind of swayed me away from this a little bit, but I'm thinking about just not even drafting Josh Allen this year and just hammering those picks on Mahomes and Hurts and being severely underweight on the Bills offense, except for RBs and Diggs. It's a thought. I'm working through it. We'll see. So you're saying that the Hurts Devonta stack may be more common. If it goes like it did for this draft, and I'll look at it after my next pick, then I don't think so. But we're going to have so much moving and shaking in the next. Did Tank Bigsby go? Are you fucking kidding me? Punting 87. You take the running back that I wanted? What a disaster. All right. I think the play is we'll grab Jalen Warren for a fourth RB. So Target Hog is saying Allen was still a top QB last year, though, wasn't he, with the same weapons as this year? Is his situation significantly different than last year? No, I think it's actually improved, to be honest. I'm just working through based on his performance the second half of the year. I do think that they will rush less with Allen a bit, but he didn't look good at the second half. It was injury related, I believe. Again, working thesis for me. I'll probably talk myself out of it. But my main thesis isn't so much disliking Josh Allen. It's more I think I'd rather have Mahomes and Hurts versus Josh Allen. I just think that the upside with Josh Allen is better than anyone in football, but I think the actual, like, week to week is clearly Mahomes. He's just gonna throw for 300 yards every game and 2 to 3 touchdowns just about every week. So, he is an advanced rate player, but also a player that can win you everything, as well as Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts. So, but I think that I would just personal preference, I like Mahomes a little bit more, and I like Jalen Hurts a little bit more. So, and the reason I like Mahomes the most of them, even though he's going so high, all of his stacking options are cheap other than Travis Kelce. So that's my working thesis with that. I do want to look at this Devonta Smith draft spot. So Devonta Smith went early third, which, if ADP holds, Hacker, is going to be really tough to get Hurts with Devonta Smith. So for Hurts Smith to be more common, Hurts is going to have to fall down in the second round because Smith's not falling too much. He's not falling enough, I think, at the moment. So I don't think as is, and everything is going to change in the next few days with ADP. It's going to be it's going to be more AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts combos early until some stuff moves, if that makes sense, based on current ADP, which will get moved. How do you draft without the schedule? What about bye weeks and taking a zero from a position group that week? Good question, Fantasy Sports Dave. However, I don't care about bye weeks. It doesn't matter really, unless my entire team ends up on the same bye. We've learned that this doesn't matter too much. Now, if you're going for the regular season prize, there's a microscopic reason for it. But in general, it doesn't matter. It's why you can draft, if you get a quality top end QB, you can draft one quarterback. So, um, listen, guys, it's early in the season. It's a viable question. People coming in have these questions. Don't we don't discriminate here. It was a legitimate question. If they are wondering why people can draft this early, I totally now if you're saying correlations, week 17, 16, 15 correlations, why are you drafting this early because of that? That's because we have a sickness and we have to draft because it's available. We're going to grab Jake Ferguson to go with Dak Prescott. That's all that is. So that's something you can say, but we're not gonna hate on strategy questions in the chat. We are going to answer all questions. So the interesting thing from this auto drafter is they have 0 wide receivers right now. So, and they end up with another tight end. All right. I do see where I would like to go here. I'm sure punting will ruin this for me again, as he did the last time. Everyone's just taking the players I want. It's not fair, honestly. I find it to be incredibly unfair when everyone takes who I want to draft. So the one thing we do know is we don't need to draft another quarterback. We see Garoppolo go off the board in the 16th, last pick of the 15th round. We don't need another QB. Stafford still on board at round 16 is interesting. So Courts is probably going to be grabbing Michael Gallup here as an auto drafter, would be my guess, since they need 3 wide receivers. So that's probably where that situation is going to end up going. And punting did take Leonard Fournette. God damn it. God damn it. That's where we were going to go. All right. Who's available here? Ugh. We'll grab Tyquan Thornton for a last wideout. We're not going to grab any more wide receivers now. Probably going to be doing some sort of 5 RB build, I would guess, and another tight end, but we will see as the draft goes. We'll wait to actually go through our team until we're done. We have 2 more picks. Is CEH dead? I don't think so. I think he's still alive, kicking around, doing some things. He's young, healthy, in shape, probably having a grand old time in Kansas City. Made a lot of money. In terms of football, I don't think he's dead either. I think he's fine. I think we're still waiting for that situation to shake out a bit. I think something could still happen with that backfield, and then we get concerned, whether it be Leonard Fournette or what are they going to do with Jerick McKinnon? They do have Isaiah Pacheco there. So I do think you could see some stuff happen in Kansas City with a backfield. Hacker asking, what organ is he getting removed this summer? Imagine if that was just the way you had some sort of deal where you had to get an organ removed every summer. Sounds awful. We call that the CEH. We won't find out for 6 to 8 months, though, until after it happens. See Michael Carter go in the 16th round. Rest him. If you want to talk about a running back that's dead currently, it's Michael Carter for the Jets. Just doesn't look like they like him too much in New York. So I don't think you're going to see him on the field basically at all unless somehow he moves teams. See Pierre Strong go in the 17th, Chase Claypool. I mean, you're still getting QBs in this back end that are, viable if you're punting. If you're punting QB. What is the name of my ghost story podcast? It is Hometown Ghost Stories. So usually if you just type in ghost on most podcast platforms, you'll find it, but it is Hometown Ghost Stories. And if you check it out, I very much appreciate it. Actually going to New York to stay in a haunted hotel tomorrow. That is why there is going to be no Sunday morning draft. We are substituting that with this, but going forward, just about every Sunday, it'll be me, perhaps someone else when I'm not available, but we're going to be doing Sunday morning drafts around 9 or 10 Eastern. We have a full schedule listed over at the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, Spike Week Discord, hop in it, where you can yell at each other about strategy. You can yell at each other about anything you'd like in there. Yeah, we're gonna scroll through these running backs real quick. And I think I do like the Zach Evans pick for the Rams. We're gonna grab Kareem Hunt and hope he lands somewhere. I think it's a little thin, but I do think we have a roster that can handle hoping that our 5th running back does that. And we're probably going to go tight end to wrap this up. Yeah, shoot me a message, Eric. Got one more pick. We're going to see Hodgins go to court. I do want to look at Punting's team in a second because I think they started heavy on wide receiver. They might have even gone like 5 wide receivers in the first 5 or 6 rounds. and they only have 6, and I think that's pretty viable based on what they do here. So I want to look at that team before we end the stream. So that is something we'll be doing. We'll be taking a look at that. Um, let's grab. Do I want Gasecki or do I want Likely? Cedric Tillman, if he's going in the 18th round, is going to be great value. As we wait, we'll grab Isaiah Likely. Let's draft Likely. Oh my God, what am I doing? I'm an animal. I am so out of it. All right, let's go over our roster. We drafted, without any mistakes, Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott at quarterback, Aaron Jones, J.K. Dobbins, Alexander Madison, Jalen Warren, Kareem Hunt at RB. Wide receiver, we have A.J. Brown, Calvin Ridley, Drake London, Brandon Cooks, Darnell Mooney, Jalen Hyatt, MVS, Tyquan Thornton at wide receiver. And tight end is a bit ugly, but we expected it to be Dawson Knox, Jake Ferguson, Isaiah Likely. We do double stack Dak. We only single stack Jalen Hurts, which I'm fine with. Would have liked to get the Goddard double, but that would have been a tough maneuver. I do like the way this team shaked out. Let's take a look at that team that I was talking about. I do want to see Punting's team. So they went from the 12 spot. They get Deshaun Watson and Jimmy Garoppolo at QB. James Conner, A.J. Dillon, Donta Foreman, Raheem Mostert, Tank Bigsby, Leonard Fournette at RB. Can you not? Can I just keep looking at what I want to look at? Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, D-Hop, Michael Pittman, Elijah Moore, Hunter Renfrow, and then tight end is Njoku, Michael Mayer, Schoonmaker. I like it. I thought it was going to be a little stronger for some reason, but you are drafting from the 12th and doing that, so totally understandable. But that is going to do it for this draft. Do we have our own rankings? We do. So what I would suggest is you should go to Spike Week, jump in the Discord on Spike Week, find out about our tool, find out about our rankings. It is $25 a month. Not only do we have rankings, we have projections, we have everything, and it's $25 a month for like another day, and then the price is going up. But if you get it now, you're going to be grandfathered in. We are going to have rankings. We're going to have a draft tool. You're going to be able to see the percentage of players you have while you draft. You're going to be able to see players that correlate with each other while you draft. And it's not just for Underdog. It's going to be for DraftKings. It's going to be for drafters. And that one monthly payment, or you can do the yearly payment, will get you access to all that. So if you're looking for rankings, if you're looking for combo projections like we were talking about earlier for ownerships, you can get all of that. So highly suggest going to spikeweek.com or jumping into the Discord, where people can definitely help you out. Carlos says we're already at 3,000 entrants. We are sick and need help. That is correct. And that's not even just because of Best Ball Mania, but that is definitely a fact. We are sick and we need help. Let's see if there's any more questions before we get out of here. Whereabouts, Rob? I will be at the Shanley Hotel tomorrow night. So I have the Shanley Hotel to myself tomorrow night. Time for some Rojo. Yeah, no, maybe not. Not right now is what I will say. Someone wanted me to check out the Geese team. Give me 1 second. I'll pull it back up. I don't have anywhere to rush off to. So Let's find the Geese team. I'll read it out real quick. Wounded Geese. I think you sniped me on a few things. So it's a Mahomes love for QB, Ramondre Stevenson, Miles Sanders, Isaiah Pacheco, Rashad Penny. You got Rashad Penny at the 102. Interesting. Devin Singletary, Eric Gray. For wide receiver, Christian Watson, Kadarius Toney, Gabe Davis, Juju Smith-Schuster, Alan Lazard, Rashee Rice, Jaden Reed, Cedric Tillman, and then Travis Kelce, Dalton Kincaid. That is a fun Kansas City onslaught team. And I want to be doing a lot of those this year. So I do like this team quite a bit. I probably wouldn't have went Miles Sanders, but it's fine. Like, it's not bad. I'm skeptical of that Carolina offense this year, but he should get a ton of work. This is a fun one. This is a fun one. Don't hate it. Nice team. So that's gonna do it for this first draft. We've been doing a ton of episodes. I don't know why I said first episode. This is the first Best Ball Mania draft on Spike Week. Make sure you like and subscribe and jump in these drafts with us. It is fun. Until next time, as a motorcycle goes by, I'm sure you guys can hear that. We will catch you later. Peace. And this is going to be weird because what I'm going to play, I'm wearing the same exact thing. Woo! Those were some spicy takes. Want to stay up to date with all of the other spicy takes we're going to have over here at Spike Week? Why don't you press that subscribe button below? You turn notifications on, we draft a team, boom, you know about it. We have another spicy take, boom, you know about it. You can be there. You can draft with us. You want to stay up to date? That's how you do it. All right, we'll catch you later next time here at Spike Week.